I'm here again with Anne, and today we've got a very special guest, Margaret, who's the daughter of Frank Burridge from Guildford, and we're going to ask her about life in Guildford Junction.
Very good.
Well, I'd like to hear from you today, Margaret. He's having a chat about your time in Waratah and Guildford.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So your dad came from Guildford area?
No, he came from Hobart
Okay.
eventually,
Yes.
and he came to the Norwest Coast in about 1926, I think it was. He played in the grand final. The finals out here with the Burney Football Club in those days. He was a good footballer, like my husband's father. He was a good footballer, George Brown. And but yes, he came down then, and then he married and come back to Guildford as a young fella, or Waratah really first.
Okay.
He went to Waratah because he used to drive the little, there used to be a little motor that come from Guildford to Waratah, and he drove that for a good while, and then they moved into Guildford later, and that's where they were for many, many years. He did move to Rosebery with the company for a short period of time when we were just very young, but then came back to Guildford, and that's where we stayed.
Wow.
Yeah, for a long time.
So you were
Yes.
born at Guildford?
I was born at Guildford in an old house next door to the railway station.
Right.
Just no doctors in those days. There used to be an old Nana, old Nana Godwin from Waratah, and she used to come out and attend to the mothers and look and stay with them for a period of time, and then that was all right, just on your own then. Yes, yes.
Lovely. So how many children have you got? Brothers and sisters?
I had an elder sister and brother.
Okay.
My eldest sister was a wonderful person who died at 32,
Okay.
and my brother died about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, so that was our family.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, lovely family.
Fantastic.
And my mother was very good. She used to teach Sunday school, and we'd have Sunday school concerts. She'd do all doing up the clothes and things like that. And we had a piano at home because my sister played the piano beautifully. And they used to put the piano on a trolley, on an old trolley, take it down to the old hall, unload it, and that's where we'd have our concerts. Yeah.
Sounds
Yes,
wonderful.
Yes.
So where did your mum, Pearl, come from?
Hobart.
Hobart as well? So that
Hobart
comes
people,
to
yes.
up to
Yes,
West
they
Coast.
married in Hobart
Okay.
and came to West Coast.
Oh.
Yes.
Did your mum really like living up in the Jungle?
Yeah, she settled in quite well really. She was a wonderful person, a very good organiser, you know what I mean, you know, and ran refreshment rooms beautifully, really.
I'm going to talk about that famous refreshment room shortly. Yes. So do you remember much about Waratah itself? Was it
Well-
hive of activity there?
Oh yes, it was pretty good when we were kids. Yes, yeah, we, it's funny, we used to go into Waratah, we used to have a bus service, like a little bus service, because they used to meet the train at Guildford, and if there's any passengers, they take them to Waratah, for Waratah passengers.
Okay.
And we'd go into Waratah for a few hours because we could get an ice cream, because we couldn't have ice creams. And we used to take a bucket, Hope, and go to Nancy Robinson, you've heard about her, in the
Yes.
shop. We used to take our little bucket and fill it up with ice cream and hoping that it'd last till we got home. It's 11 mile in a car, yeah. But anyway, no, they were fun days. No, Waratah was very, because we used to go to the dances there and the balls, and they used to have the power was run from the, as you know, the calcite, what do you call it?
Okay.
At the mine sort of thing, that's where the power was run from,
Right.
and it used to be turned off at 12 o'clock.
Oh.
If you had a ball and dancing, they'd leave it on till 1.
Oh, really?
So you had to get home pretty quick. Yes,
Excellent.
yes.
Oh, dear.
But they were good days.
Yes.
Very good.
Fantastic. What about your time in Guildford? So you obviously had friends. So how old were you when you were in the Waratah area? Like when you stayed, so you're only really young when you used to go and get your ice creams and everything?
Oh yes, I was young then, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, when, I suppose, getting up 15, 16.
15, 16, yeah.
Yes, used to go into Waratah and stay.
So I have to ask you, how did you meet up with Ray, the Kerrison girls, Ray and Neville?
Well, as you know, Ray's father had the drapery shop in Waratah, and my mum knew Mr. Kerrison, and because my sister went in and boarded with Ray and Neville and went to school in Waratah for quite a time, and then it became that the little one used to come in too and go up, and no, we were friends right from a long, long time. It wasn't so we were related, but it was just friends.
Yes, yeah.
Beverly and Ray, they were very close friends, because Ray was a very quiet person,
Yes.
and they used to get on very well, and Mum sent them off to Sydney on a trip once, just together to get away from, you know, the
Have a
country
break.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
And but that's how it sort of come about. We just happened.
It seemed to be a really close-knit community in Waratah during those days.
Oh yes.
Like friends were, so many friends with everybody,
Yes.
and the social life seemed to be really vibrant, and you know, did things. Everybody spoke highly of, you know, having friends and communicating with each other.
yes.
So
That
was
a nice
Guildford like that too?
Oh yes, because there wasn't as many people, of
Yep.
course. There was only the railway houses and everything, and we never had much social life. But we had an old hall,
Okay.
and we used to have dances occasionally, and Mr. Gillard from Waratah would come out and play the melodeon. And
Really?
that's what we danced to.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. Used to do the sets and all those old dances and that. And us kids used to decorate the hall with ferns and make it nice.
Oh,
And then we played badminton in
Okay.
our old hall, but it wasn't wide enough. So
it
we
was
used to,
only really small.
so we used to have so far up the side of the wall.
Yep.
To make sure that it was wide enough, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And, but no, we used to have fun. Yeah, of course we did. Yes.
Fantastic. So,
And no power,
no power.
because we used to carry our tilly lamps.
Okay.
And we used to put them until we got power, but we used to take the tilly lamps down and hang them on the side of the wall,
Yeah.
and that's what we used to do.
Fantastic. So, I gather that Guildford was a rail town. Is that what? Purely a rail town. Okay. And so, do you know if there were many people or original old settlers there or anything, or did Guildford form because of the rail?
Oh, I reckon Guildford must have formed just through the railway. We only had the rail, and people used to come from Queenstown through. If they didn't, Queenstown could go around the other way to Hobart, of course, but Zeehan people and Rosebery people, it was all rail. And that's when we had the busy times at Guildford, on the trains, you see. That's when we used to have the busy times.
Oh, they were special days. So, do you remember the days of of Muddy Creek, the wood chopping and the sports car?
No.
So that had all
No,
gone.
that was too hot for me. I think.
Yes, yeah, but you do remember that there were stories or people used to
Oh,
say,
yes,
I remember the days.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely, yes.
So there was a lot, I think, of people that came in those days.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Did you ever go and visit the site of Muddy Creek?
Well, we used to go to Muddy Creek and we used to go fishing down there, but this was further on, I think, where you're speaking.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Right, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, we walked up, went a roundabout way and actually went to the Muddy Creek area and we saw the lovely big trees with the holes in the
Oh,
side.
yes.
And they're all in that area. Isn't it
Okay.
interesting? All around the Guildford area. They're just massive big trees. There's some John H. Robinson photos.
Oh, yeah.
So when I come out one day to my place and we was showing some of these beautiful old photos, but there was a couple in there to get the idea of the size. Is that there was a picture there of John H. Robinson, Jackie Robinson, they
Jackie,
called him.
yeah.
And there was all filled up, people filled up in the cavity of the trees where people must have got changed and
Yeah.
sheltered from the weather and everything like that.
Now you went back there, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I saw the photo.
Oh,
When you dressed up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I did see
they
that.
were fun.
Yeah.
Oh, love it, love it. It was really, really, really good. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, now, just so I've got here some photos. Okay, that Winston's printed out here, and I haven't actually. I've seen a couple of these, but Guildford's a lot bigger than what I thought it was. Actually,
yes.
with the buildings.
Yes.
So I might just pass these ones over to you.
Where you're
So
born?
this was your house.
This was my home, yes. That was our front door, used to go in there. And of course, most of the other building was around the back type thing. That's the house I was born in, just next door to where I lived. This is a little hut where some of the men used to camp in for work. And of course, the railway station. The water tanks, that's where the trains used to fill up. And so, yeah,
What's this?
that looks like a truck.
Okay. All about this one.
Well, this is looking from the tanks
Okay.
down onto the station. Well, that's the station right along there, of course. It goes fairly way along there. And this is just a shed. Well, that's the house I'm talking about that I was born in.
Wow.
That you can see it there.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And this went around to our backyard type thing. Yes, I can't see much else I can tell you about that really.
Sure.
So
What have we got on this page? Oh,
we got the snow.
Snow.
Yes,
Did it snow much down there?
Oh golly, snow. It used to come up to the picket fences. And we used to have to, the railway men used to dig the snow away so we could go to school.
Right.
You know, oh yeah, snow's not what it used to be now, like
No.
it's softer snow or something now. It doesn't seem to be the hard snow. And then of course, when it snowed, it was so cold, and then we'd get frost. Well, we'd have snow for probably a week on the ground, you see. Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful photo there. See, these are the wood trucks and that on the side. Yeah. That's another little house that used to be up on the hill.
Oh, really?
And this is coming round, this is the station of course, and this is coming round into the back of our home. That's going round into the back. Yeah.
So you didn't go to the Guildford school?
Oh yes.
Oh, you went to the Guildford
yes,
school?
oh, yes.
Ah.
That's the only school I really went to. I did go to Waratah for a while,
Okay.
but I wasn't one for going on further like my brother and sister.
Okay. Oh, that's
So I was a
okay.
homer.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's nice.
That's
a
yeah,
lovely
that's,
photo there.
that's thick.
Yeah.
We should
it's
get you a
beautiful.
copy of that one.
Beautiful. Oh, the snow is beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, this is at the back of our house.
Oh,
This is our little dog, Trigger.
Trigger.
Oh, little Trigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
that's at the back of our house.
Lovely.
Yeah, so you can see the snow, how long, how thick
Thick as
it is.
it is, isn't it, ever?
That's my dear old dad. Yeah, this is his dad.
Lovely.
Yes, it's
Do you know these two fellas here?
Yes, Ingram Cartledge and Nick Fat Burgess.
Okay.
Ingram Cartledge and Fat Burgess.
Now something I really, really have to ask you about. I've heard all about it, but I've never tried them. But you have such a reputation for these ham sandwiches.
Oh, golly, yes.
Tell us all about it.
Well, my mother, she always wanted something nice. You couldn't just have any old thing, put it that way.
Okay.
So we didn't kill our own pigs, but we used to get our hams from the freezer works at Somerset, which isn't there anymore. And they used to come up on the train, right?
Okay.
And we'd cook them in a big iron boiler, I can tell you, for about 3 hours, and then leave them overnight and get them out. Righto. So then we would cut our sandwiches, and the bread used to have to come from Burnie on the railway motor, and we'd get our fresh bread. Mum wouldn't have anything stale, it was always fresh.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we used to cut the cut the sandwiches, of course, but we used to get the no from the railway men on the motors. They used to go around and ask who would like a cup of tea at Guildford, cup of tea and sandwiches at Guildford, and then they'd ring us up. So if it was that end of the train business, they'd ring from, say, Farrell, and if it was that end, they'd ring from Hampshire.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
So you didn't give you much time.
No. But that was okay, and we'd have these, and we'd have 4 sandwiches on a plate, and a cup of tea, a shilling.
A shilling.
Yes, a shilling. And then, and of course, no power.
No
Everything
power.
was on either you boiled, we had a big fountain we used to have on the wood stove, and a wood fire, and we had a combustion stove.
Okay.
And we'd have water on that, of course. And how do you keep your ham? A fridge.
Put it outside.
So
I don't know.
Covered with a calico cover.
Okay.
And we used to have meat safe with the wires down the side, which would let the air through. You see?
Yes.
So that's the only way. And in those days, things kept better.
Yes.
But not like they do today.
No, I don't know why.
I don't know.
No. So with your, it's a secret recipe. Did you use just water, or did you add with your ham?
No, water.
Just water.
Oh yes, no ifs and buts,
No.
whatever.
Pickles.
No,
Oh.
just cover them with water and cook
Boil
them.
about 3
They're
hours.
beautiful hams.
Bring it to
Beautiful
the
hams.
boil for about 3
Yeah.
hours. Beautiful. So with your sandwiches, did you have just straight ham, or did you
Yes.
have mustard?
No.
No, straight ham. Ooh.
No, and now today, I still meet up with people from the other side. Oh, you had that sandwich place, sort of thing. That's amazing. It is really.
Since leaving Guildford, though, have you ever done another ham yourself?
No.
Never?
No,
That was it?
No, that was it.
Close and stop.
Closed story.
Oh
No,
no.
they were good. They were good. No, Mum was very good with that. But as I say, with no power, it was hard. We only had tilly lamps to put in.
It's really, really
No,
sad.
and I mean, we used to have a special train for the sports in Burnie every New Year's Day, and they'd come from Queenstown. Like the train had run about, they'd come to Farrasean and pick up the train and come through on the train. Now, that'd go through to Burnie. We'd have them in the morning, and then wouldn't leave Burnie until 10 or 11 o'clock at night to come back. And being a holiday, Mum would send somebody to Burnie, or my husband did it once, and bring the bread, make sure we got the bread back in time to do the. And it was a lot of people on that train.
Oh.
There was a lot of people.
Right.
But we'd do it. They'd get back up to Guildford about 12:30 in the morning. Then we'd serve them up and away they'd go.
Wow.
But they were good times.
They were good
They were
times.
good times.
Yeah. So why did they actually shut Guildford down in the end? I mean, it was a road the cause of the close
Exactly.
down of
Exactly.
Water.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, when the road went through from, to Rosebery and those sort of places, well, there was no use for the rail, the passengers. They all had cars.
Yes. What a
It
shame.
was,
Yeah. We don't realise these things,
No.
do you, until it actually sort of like happens.
No.
And driving straight through. Yeah, no, that's a real shame. But that's a wonderful memories you have of of Guildford. So I can now. So when we drive into Guildford ourselves now, you can see evidence of. Well, I don't know where the old school was. Number one, I need to find that one because I'm doing research on schools. But also the other buildings, you sort of find fences.
Yeah.
And so, seeing these photos here, we must do some research and find. Do you have old photos of the olden days when you were there? Of when
Yes,
there
in
would have
that
been.
book behind, yes, there's a photo of the
So
school.
just having a look at this book here. So your daughter Carol made
Carol
this.
did that.
Wow, this is just pretty snazzy. You should look at the beautiful writing. Can't wait to have a look inside. Okay. Oh, it's all about your dad as well.
Yes, there's a good write-up on Dad there.
I'll
yes.
look at him there. Oh. So here he was. Okay, boy 1906 played football for the state team and then for the Burnie Football Club. Ah,
Yes, he was good.
1929 he married Pearl Jones and settled in Waratah. Ah, cool. And Guildford Junction, right. Then became Rosebery before returning to Guildford. The Waratah line closed in 1940. Fair go. Wow. Became quite a family affair as his daughter Beverly would continually help with the bookwork at the station and son Kevin as porter and barman. Oh, okay.
We had the bar.
In the train or in the...
No, there was a refreshment room and in the bar.
Oh, okay.
A separate room, like separate
Really?
bar. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, we had the lot.
Oh, fantastic. One of Kevin's duties was supervising the loading of vehicles onto the flat trays for the journey to Rosebery in the pre-1963 days before the Murchison Highway. Daughter Margaret helped her mother and excelled, of course, in the production of thousands of the famous ham sandwiches for the railway refreshment room. Frank was deputy warden of Waratah in 1957 to 1959. Retiring around 1966, he moved to Burnie. And to this house here, yeah, wow, where he learnt to drive and obtain a driver's licence. I love that. He then spent some happy years caring for his large vegetable garden and playing bowls for the Burnie Bowls Club. Frank was a much loved, well respected and fondly remembered gentleman of Guildford. Yes.
Sure was.
Isn't that wonderful to have the memories and the photographs?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, look at him.
This one,
So this was about, what we were saying about the hurricane destruction. What was that about?
Well, a hurricane came through and went over the top of our house and down onto the station and took every post.
Really?
Yeah, it just took the lot. Yeah, we had live wires hanging over our home for quite a while till the hydro came up and yes, it damaged everything there. Yes, we were very, very lucky people and it landed on Mum and Dad's roof in their bedroom sort of thing. We were very lucky. Yeah,
Gee whiz.
These posts, they were cement posts,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
And they were thrown from there over our house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did that connect to a roof at all at some stage? These
Yes. Oh no, they were just straight up and
they
down.
were just
No,
straight
no,
up and
no,
down.
no, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gee
Oh, yes,
whiz.
yes.
So when was that? When did this happen?
I just can't bring it to mind, I should know. That's when the power was turned on.
The West Coast Power on at Guildford. So that would have been. When was
Yeah, well you see, I was the one that turned the power on because I was the oldest native. You see?
Really?
Yes. And Mr. Charlie Wilson was the oldest resident.
So the indication was the official party included the Warden of Waratah, that'd be J.F. Fagan, so Joe Fagan,
Joe
Senator
Fagan, yeah.
J.H. Chamberlain, Mr. A. Luck, Mrs. Dalton, and A.W. Tattersall, Fiddler, yep.
Holmes, Sheriff, and Goodman.
Ah.
The switching on ceremony
Go on, say it.
was performed by Miss Margaret Brown, oldest
congratulations.
native, and Mr. C.D. Wilson, longest period of residence. Yes.
This is interesting.
So
Oh,
I would be about
congratulations.
16 when that was.
So you were there for that one?
Yes. I was about 16.
Yep.
And I'm 83 now, so work that out.
Wow, you're looking great. Are you? That's a surprise. Oh, that's wonderful.
Did you go to the pictures at Waratah? What do you remember about the dances or the pictures at Waratah? Did you ever
I
go in?
remember both.
Oh, really?
Can you
Oh,
any?
yes. We used to have all the dances. Oh, they were fantastic, you know, because that hall we thought was a big hall in those days, you know. And we used to have the Church of England ball and St Patrick and St Pat's ball, Catholic ball in the church at different times. And they were fantastic. They used to get big crowds up there at that. My sister, she was belle of the ball a few times and this sort of thing. And Mum used to always have us in nice ball dresses and that, you know. Yes, the dances were good, and ordinary dances. And of course there was in St James's, over next to the church, yeah, the hall used to be there.
Yep.
Well, you see, they used to play sport in there too and everything. that little hall. Yeah, it was
And they
nice
used to
little
have
hall.
play bands there. They had the swingers played in there as well.
Yes,
This is
yeah.
in 1940s.
Yes, yes. No, it was good. And the pictures, yeah, they were good. They used to run them from upstairs and I don't know how actually they...
So yes, tell us how
Yeah,
that
they
would
used
have
to-
gone.
Yeah, they used to like... Oh, Alan was here, he could tell you more, because he used to go up and help them.
So with the basically, so they've got the stage.
Yeah.
So was it the viewing went towards the stage, or did it go back towards the door?
No, it went towards the stage, and they'd be up back high, and they'd be looking down at the...
Because there was once upon a time a railing around the top there, wasn't there? I think at some stage there in the hall, so they would to get the cinema, the camera up there.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be right, yes. That was up high. And
Right.
they used to run them by... It'd have to be electricity, of course, wouldn't it?
Yes. See, the church and the mine manager's place, and I would say that at the Athenaeum Hall, they would have had the power put on from that same generator near the waterfall there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
That's right.
And so that would see the church and the powers. There was not mention about the Athenaeum Hall, but the church and the mine manager's house was the first places where they put power.
That's right.
Yeah, so I've got evidence of that.
That's right.
But the old, see, they would have also had the old movies before the power time, when they would have,
Yes, this
hand
sort of thing.
cranked
Yeah,
it.
this is right.
yes, with the lights.
Yes.
there.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Can you remember some of the old movies?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Come
no.
on.
No, I can't.
Oh, because there's some. So before we go on to Waratah, can you tell us about the water wheel down near the Twyford Bridge?
Well, it was an old wooden water wheel. Used to send the water up to the thing.
So was that out of far away from the actual station where you
No, not a long way. No,
No, okay.
no, just down the railway line a little bit. No, not that far
heading
away.
towards Burnie?
Heading towards Burnie.
Burnie,
Yes,
right, okay, yes.
It was down in a
Gotta go down there.
down in a hollow sort of thing. Yeah.
It was just part of the railway, was it? Not for the town. It was just the railway
Yes,
supply
yes,
chains. Yeah.
yes. We had tank water.
Oh, look at this. This has to be one of my favourite train pictures. Just
Water to
beautiful.
Magnus. Yes.
Yes. And this fellow dressed up in this refinery. Of
Yes, it's not bad.
oh
lovely.
boy. Gee, she's done a great job.
Oh, there's
What a way
yeah,
to store your
she's
memories.
done books and you know, my 80th and now. Oh, she does them all. Mm.
Wonderful. That is fantastic.
Sit back down.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, I've just still got to make an adjustment still, but that's okay.
You better. I better get on it.
I just got to fiddle around with. No,
Yum.
just keep one or two left.